Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the upcoming week. This is like an energy check-in for you. Whatever you come to this reading for, let that be how it fits for you in your life. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot cards. I have Intuitive Whispers Oracle cards for the end. All of my decks are going to be listed in the description. So if you ever are curious what decks I'm using, you can always check that list. Again, Light Seers Tarot. Capricorn can be your sun, your moon, your rising sign. If you've never done a birth chart, I highly suggest running one and finding out at least where your top three, your sun, your moon, your rising. Sometimes they call rising an ascendant, but those are your top three. And you can check into any zodiac reading based on that top three. So if you have three different signs for sun, moon, rising, then you can go watch all those three readings. Maybe sometimes people have like a double Sagittarius, a moon and a rising sign. So Sagittarius could be a really important reading for them. And that just gives you, if you go watch all your signs, those top three anyway, that gives you a really good overview, like a great different version of all sides of yourself. Also, you might be a cross watcher, and that just means that there's a Capricorn that you're interested in or that's in your life, and you want to check in on them and how they're doing. You can cross watch for people's signs, and that's pretty common and popular. So cross watchers are welcome too. And just remember to listen to your intuition. Don't ever make a reading fit that's not your reading. If it doesn't fit in your life, don't make it fit. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're tuned in and tapped in and turned on. And I keep getting multiple cards popping out, so I'm not taking them. I just want one. One at a time is perfect. That's it. Let's just start putting some cards down for Capricorn. We have 7 of Wands. Starting off the reading with some very strong boundaries, meaning you're not putting up walls, keeping people out, keeping yourself in, that kind of thing. You're putting up boundaries such as, I'm not going to take phone calls or text messages after 9 p.m. If you talk to me like that, I will hang up the phone. I'm not going to deal with disrespect in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to be very clear about that. A boundary is not something that you hide from people. A boundary is something that you share and you let people know that this is my boundary. And if you cross it, there's consequences. If you disrespect me in A, B, C, or D, I will pull back my energy and I will not be keeping you in my life, or I will be, whatever your consequence is, it has to be fair and reasonable. I think that severe disrespect deserves severe consequences, but these are your boundaries. This is you becoming clear with others that I have these boundaries now and I don't put up with or tolerate disrespect in any way, shape, or form. And it's good. Boundaries are so good because that is like an act of self-love. That's you showing that you honor yourself enough to allow others to treat you X, Y, and Z. And it's good. It's healthy, very healthy. What else? You've got your boundaries. You got your good boundaries put out there. You're very clear and concise on, because I love myself, I allow others to be in my life only if they treat me with respect. Now we have 5 of Swords, but there is something that's on your mind. There's something that causes you worry and frustration. There's something, 5 of Swords, that brings you mental turmoil. It is conflict. It is a verbal back and forth with someone, or it is just the way you're thinking about things. And a 5 always represents challenges or conflicts. And this 5 of Swords can be a verbal disagreement, an argument, stress. It can also just be the way you're thinking about things, where you're just worrying. You're constantly in a battle with yourself about should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I do have these boundaries in place, and this is the way your physical reality looks, but this is in your mind. In your mind, you're at a battle, at a war with yourself or others, literally. So, Five of Swords is contention. It's stress, it's agony in the mind, from the mind. It's I don't know, it's like arrows being shot from the mind. It's the way you're thinking, stinking thinking, but you put that energy out into the world. When that's your internal energy, then it goes outside of you too. And oh gosh, okay, so it's really following you into the night. Not only are you struggling with something mentally during the day, but you're also struggling with it at night. You're getting sleepless nights when you're supposed to be laying down on your pillow, getting rest and relaxing and letting your nervous system reset. You're just filled with thoughts of what if, what not, shoulda, coulda, woulda, I should have said, I should have done, and it's action and it's communication related. So it's like I should have said this, I should have done this. It's like lamenting, it's grief, it's agony, it's insomnia. It's really what that boils down to, insomnia. Oh dear. Well, it makes sense why you have these really good, clear boundaries, because in your physical reality, you're showing that all of this mental energy is really taking its toll. We have the Hermit. There is a deep necessity and need for you, Capricorn, to hermit yourself. If that means that you need to take a weekend and shut the door, turn off the lights, get into your higher self. Tune into that place within you where the light shines. This is you needing to find your inner light again, because I think you feel a little lost. I think you feel a little argumentative with your own mind about, well, this doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense, and they said and they didn't do, and X, Y, and Z doesn't add up to A, B, and C, and all the algorithms and all the trigonometries, all your mental algebra, it's not adding up. And so you cannot rely on anyone else to help you make sense of your mind. You have to make sense of your mind. So I think you need to go within. And if that is taking time away from, and if the Hermit really is, it's socially detaching. I need to clear my mind. I need to get away, and I need to stop time, and I need to tune in to my inner light. I need to hermit myself and find my truth. What is my truth? I know what I don't think it is, but what is it? What is my truth? What is the one thing? I have these boundaries, and I know what I will and will not tolerate physically, but what about my internal world? Am I okay living like this? Five of Swords and Nine of Swords. I need to figure it out. And that's on me. That's not on anyone else to fix my internal mental chatter. That is up to me, Capricorn. You need to stop time, even if it's 1 hour every day, to tune in, tap in, turn on to your inner truth, your inner wisdom. That's really what you need to do. That needs to be a priority. What else, Capricorn? Oh dear. This is a lot of serious stuff here. You are an earth sign, though. You are a serious sign. You're all about the physical, grounded, earthly reality. And we have the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse is, in the upright, the Hanged Man says, I'm I'm going to see things from a different perspective, possibly from the other person's perspective. I'm going to look at things from a different angle. I'm going to try to receive an epiphany. I'm going to have enlightenment in my mind, which I still think you can when you're in the reverse. But I really think what this means is I am not going to turn myself upside down and inside out to be who you want me to be or the world wants me to be. I am not going to twister myself into a pretzel for you. I'm not going to sugarcoat and candy coat and all that so that I'm more edible for you. I'm going to make sure that my truth is my truth, and I'm going to be who I am. And if that's not your cup of tea, then maybe we're not each other's cup of tea. I think you are recognizing and realizing that your truth is your truth and who you are is who you are. You are a good person, and you're just not going to fit into somebody else's mold. That's really the biggest picture here. Capricorn, you're not going to stuff yourself into the cookie cutter shape that someone else may have in mind. You definitely have the right to have your truth and your say in the matter, and that may not fit with somebody else. And that's okay. It really, truly is. So Hanged Man in reverse. And then the Knight of Cups. And with all that being said, deep in your heart of hearts and your soul of souls, you are a romancer. You are a romantic soul. Your heart space, your cups, Knight of Cups, wants to move towards romance. You want to wine and dine and spoil and give. You're a giver. Capricorn is so generous, such a generous sign. You want to give the shirt off your back, the clothes off your body, the car from your garage. You want to give it to that person because you want to show them how much you love them. You want to show them with your money, with your time, with your efforts, that you are everything that you say you are. And this romance energy comes out so strong in you. So that's not a bad quality. This romance, Mr. Lover, you want to move towards it. You really do want to take action on your heart space, how you really feel. You struggle with your thoughts. There's no doubt about that. But you really want to move towards the heart space. You just are, I think, a hopeless romantic for real. And Page of Pentacles is a message coming to you about a new offer, a new opportunity, a new beginning, a fresh, clean slate in the physical reality. The Pentacles, your comfort zone, it's your cup of tea. Page of Pentacles is that message about a new job offer, a new opportunity to invest your money, a new opportunity to invest your time, a new way of perceiving your physical reality. So Capricorn, I've got $10,000. I'd like to see if you want to put $10,000 and we can go in together and we can start a new business venture. We can invest in the stock market. We can open up our own company and start fresh and hire employees and do all this stuff. It's a new offer of something in the physical reality, some physical, touchable, tasteable, tangible thing that is an open opportunity. So you're in your heart space, you're moving towards wanting to love, and then this physical opportunity comes in, whether that's from that person that you want to show love to, or if it's just like a side track, a side business, a side offer gig. What else can we share with Capricorn? Capricorn, we've got Two of Wands. So there is a little bit of a pulling in two directions of I want to stay in my comfort zone where I feel secure, where I have all of my needs met, where I have everything I could possibly want and need at my fingertips. Or I want to go out and explore the world and achieve my goals and my dreams, or see what's out there. I want to explore. So there's like a pulling in two directions of internally, in order to satisfy this longing and this need and this desire, I need to go out into the world, but I also want to stay in my comfort zone where I feel steady and secure and my needs get met. And so it's kind of like being of two minds, but this is more in your soul, in your gut, your longings, your dreams, your aspirations versus comfort zone. So Two of Wands is I want to do it, but I also don't want to do it. The last card for Capricorn, very interesting series of events here. Just one more card for Capricorn. Okay, I have another page. This one is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords says it's a message, and it's a message of information. It's a message of it's somebody spying. It's somebody looking into something. It's somebody researching. It's somebody stalking. This can be you being stalked, or this is you stalking someone. This is you keeping an eye on someone. This is Page of Swords is the light bulbs represent ideas, thoughts, information. And this person holding the book as they're walking the tightrope means that what they're researching and investigating, it's like looking into people's social media profiles. You know, you're kind of doing it maybe under the guise of a fake profile. You're wanting to keep tabs on someone or something, but you don't want everyone to know you're doing it, especially that person. And so you're trying to do this research, investigation, spying under the light of day. You don't really want everyone to know. And if it's nothing like that, then this just simply and purely is you, out of the sheer necessity and need of wanting to start fresh and start clean and start new, you just want to look into stuff. You want to research it. Like if I want to move to Timbuktu, I need to learn everything there is to learn about Timbuktu. So when I get there, I'm fully prepared, because Timbuktu is part of my Two of Wands. I want to check out and explore Timbuktu, but I'm a little, at odds with Timbuktu versus my current home. And I just don't know which way to go. But I need to research, investigate, and learn more about something or someone, if it's that energy. So Page of Swords is investigative, is the best way to say it. Let me give you an oracle card, as I said. Capricorn. Let's see. We're going to pull out one card for you. I'm going to read from the book. We have Inspiration Hunt. Card number 24. The 2 and the 4 add up to the number 6. And the number 6 is, in numerology, it means love, harmony, relationships. So let me read from the book for number 24 for you. And it says, Inspiration Hunt. What lights you up? What makes you feel inspired and alive? Perhaps adventure, being in nature, meditating, socializing, art, cooking. The options are endless. The beauty of inspiration is that we can find it in many places. It is an individual exploration into the self. This card is guiding you to go on an inspiration hunt and have a day dedicated to getting inspired in as many ways as possible. When you look back over the past year, where did you find inspiration? What did you see that took your breath away? Who were the people and what were the conversations that ignited excitement in you? What did you read that changed you in some way? Remember that where your focus goes, energy flows. So by dedicating time to look for inspiration, you will become more inspired. How to get inspired? Grab your notebook and write a list of all the people, places, and things that have inspired you recently. Once you notice what lights you up, start planning your inspiration hunt. Where will you go? Who will you go with? Will you go alone or with an inspiring companion? Plan a day that excites you. There is no right or wrong place to look for inspiration. The only rule is that you must try at least one new thing that intrigues you. At the end of the day, write down what inspired you the most and what inspiration feels like to you. Capricorn, that is going to be your reading. Thank you again for being here and your energy, for watching. Thank you for liking, following, subscribing, reposting. Any comments that you make on the videos, that's very appreciated. And I'm on TikTok and on YouTube. So however it is that you choose to watch, one or both, I really appreciate that too. Again, I ask that you be well and be blessed. Namaste.